So now let's consider the IUPAC rules for naming alkenes and alkynes. So first of all, the parent name is assigned to the longest chain which contains the multiple bond. For instance, let's look at this example. So let's say we have CH2 here, we have CH3 here, we have CH3 here. Alright, now with this example, if I want to name the longest chain, probably you will be thinking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? Okay, but in this case, we won't go this way. We have to consider the multiple bonds first. So with this, I'll have to locate my multiple bonds, and then I have to check the longest chain containing the multiple bond. So with this, I'll start here with 1, and this is my 2. Now if I have to go this way, you see it will be shorter, but if I go this way, it will be longer. So I'll have to go the longer way. So this is 3, this is carbon 4, this is carbon 5, this is carbon 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 6 carbon here, but if I go this way, I'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now notice that this is the longest chain with multiple bond. So with this, I can now simply go ahead and name this compound. This compound is containing 6 carbon, and 6 carbon is with the prefix hex. So I have a double bond at the first carbon, of which my double bond is replaced. I replace ANE with ENE. So since I have the double bond at carbon 1, that's 1 in. So I have hex 1 in. So I have at the second carbon here, I have an ethyl. So I have 2 ethyl hex 1 in. So this is the correct name for this compound. The correct name for this compound is 2 ethyl hex 1 in. So this is the name, 2 ethyl hex 1 in. So having named this compound this way, we'll go ahead and look at the next rule. So the rule number 2 says the parent chain is numbered in such a way that the lowest number is allocated to the unsaturated carbon. So the name of the above compound is 2-ethyl hex 1 in, because the double bond is attached here at the carbon 1. So let's look at the third rule here. If there are more than one double bond or triple bonds in a compound, the prefixes di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, and so on can be used to indicate the total number of multiple bonds you have in the structure. So assuming I have this So over here I have a double bond, and then over here I have a double bond. So this will be CH2, and this will be CH2, while this will be CH3. And then if I want to count these, I'll start with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I can see at carbon 1 and carbon 4, I have double bonds present. So I have double bond here at carbon 1, and I have double bond here at carbon 4. So what I have to do is to take this as 1, 4, pentadiene, but then I have at carbon 2 and have an ethyl attached to this as carbon 2, so I can call that 2-ethyl. So I have 2-ethyl 1,4-pentadiene. So let's also look at this structure. I have another structure this way. Let's say I have a structure here having 3 bonds here and 3 bonds here. So this will simply be CH, and this will be CH. So this will be my carbon 1, this will be my carbon 2, this will be my carbon 3, and this will be my carbon 4. Alright, so if I look at these and I want to name it, I have a triple bond at carbon 1, and I have a triple bond at carbon 3 again. So this will be 1, 3. So what's this structure? This is a 4-carbon compound, and the prefix should be buts. So this should now be butadiene. So this compound becomes 1,3-butadiene. All right. So let's consider the 4th row, the next and the last row, which is this. If both double and triple bonds are present in the same molecule, the ANE of the saturated analog is replaced by ENYNE. EN precedes the YNE in the assignment of numbers. So let's look at this example. So it's also important to note that ENE precedes the YNE in the assignment of the numbers. So I have CH here, and I have CH2 here. So with this, I know that where I have my double bond should be my preference over where I have my triple bond. So I'll go ahead and start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have my double bond at 1, I have my triple bond at 4. So what structure is this? This is a 5-carbon structure. So the saturated analog is that of a pentane. So this is a so you can see the 1 in here. At carbon 1 I have a double bond, pent 1 in. Then at carbon 4 I have a triple bond 4 9. So this is how we can simply name this compound, pent-1 4 9. Alright guys, so that will be all for the naming of alkenes. So next we want to see how we can name alcohol.